Alex, what was your hope on, to get out of David going into the night? And you just kind of walk us through your thoughts as he's cruising through inning after inning.
We know it was a full go. I talked to him after we found out about Chris, so he was ready. Yesterday, I know he threw in the bullpen, but he really didn't get hot, I think, probably at the end, so he didn't make too many pitches. And with David, it's about command, and from the get-go he had it, velocity was up. He used his changeup a lot early in the game, a lot different than the first start. And I do feel for whatever people thought about David outside the clubhouse, he threw the ball well in Boston. Springer hits a broken bat double, and then he made a bad pitch to Marwin, but I felt he threw the ball well. And very happy for him. Obviously, very happy for the organization for everything that went on. But for him to show up today and pitch 6 innings, vintage David Price. There was a lot of noise. I was saying today that I don't want to pick battles with the media, but I heard somebody today on TV just blasting David. Blasting him. Calling him the worst pitcher in the postseason. Yeah, the numbers are there, I know, but he was saying this with he didn't hesitate. It was a bad matchup. One of the greatest against the worst, and all that. And I don't listen too much to what's going on outside, but that one got me. And when he was throwing 94 and the changes, whatever, I was thinking about that segment on MLB Network today. So I don't know. Probably the guy's going to blast me because I'm talking about him, whoever he is. But you know what? I'm happy David showed up today, and tomorrow we can turn the page and move on to the World Series with David Price.
Mark?
Alex, I know this is a goal you guys set out for in the world in spring training, but most rookie managers don't get to sit here. What has this ride been like for you, regular season, postseason, and what's it like to celebrate your birthday in this fashion?
Wow, it's a great day. It's a great day. It all started last year. Actually, no. 2 years ago, Mike Hazen, he interviewed me for the Diamondbacks job, and when they decided to go with Torrey, he called me. He's like, "It'll be good for you to go on the field. I think that's going to help you out." And AJ Hinch and that group gave me a chance to be with them, to grow up as a coach, to learn a lot from different aspects of the game. And I'm very proud of that group. They had an amazing season. I'm proud of AJ and what he did this season. It's not easy to repeat, but he actually had a better regular season than last year with all the injuries that they suffer. And they battled to the end, and they're going to be around for a while because they're really, really good, and it starts with him. As far as today, we won, the last out yesterday was like around 12-10, so, we won 2 on my birthday. I'll take it.
What was the most challenging part of this series for you in terms of managing it?
They're tough to pitch to. Bregman, Alex, he was swinging the bat well. We had a plan going into it, and one thing we did in New York the last 2 days, and I think we did through this series, is to pitch to the edges and avoid damage. We kept the ball in the ballpark, and that's very important with teams like that and the Yankees and the Indians. I've been saying all along, attack the blue zone, and hopefully it's the safety net, and if they hit it, it's a single, and we did an outstanding job, all around. The starters that came in were amazing, Brazier and Barnes and Craig today. He made an adjustment that we noticed last night, and all of a sudden his hands were somewhere else, and there were some bad swings. So it's all teamwork, and it was amazing. They did an outstanding job. Offensively, they were amazing. Battling since the 5th inning, game 1, we start battling at bats and trying to win every pitch. And if it wasn't in the zone, we were going to take it, and we grind, and now we're going to the World Series.
Richard, on the left.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You know what this means to the city of Boston. You know as well as anybody. What's it like for you personally and to lead this group to keep what started with Damon and those guys going?
It's special in every aspect, not only as a manager but as an individual. just to manage this team. Everybody knows the history of the city, and history has positive sides and negative sides. And for me as a minority, to be a manager in Boston, it hasn't been a challenge. People have been great with us, but obviously people talk about that. And to be able to lead this team is amazing. It's a great group, very talented, very humble, very hungry. They were very 2 years very disappointed. The Indians and the Astros, and they didn't play well in October, and now. We won 7 games already in October. We still got four more to go.
So a lot's happened to you in the last year plus. What's it feel like? What's it like personally?
Personally, you know what? When the season is over, I'll sit down and reflect on everything that happened. One thing for sure, I know there's a lot of people proud of me back home. I mentioned it earlier today during the celebration that I only asked for one thing on the negotiations, and I know a lot of people have made a big deal of that, but I just asked for a plane full of supplies. And we went down there and we helped 300 families in my hometown, and I told them people are going to say thank you, very genuine, and they did. It was a life-changing experience for a lot of people in this organization. We've been going through a lot as a country back home, but if it's a special night for my country, well, you know what, celebrate. It's amazing. It's amazing. I can't wait for this to be over and go home in the off season and celebrate with them. And we still got work to do.
In the back on the right.
Alex, in the end, your familiarity with the Astros, does it play more of a role than, say, if it was another team?
I don't know, man. One thing for sure, CB, our bullpen coach, he was with the organization for 5 years, and he was part of that pitching plan. And we met right before the series started, and had team hires and Garquette with Bannister and Craig, and talk about each individual, their strengths, their weaknesses, how they're going to attack hitters, and that's a great pitching staff. And give us credit. We were relentless the whole series. We pushed them to make a lot of pitches and foul pitches off, and it was a great game plan. So I don't know. I know them, but I don't think during any game a decision that I made wasn't based of what I know about them.
In the front.
Alex, felicidades.
Gracias.
Si puedes hablar, 2 preguntas para ti. Una, el primer manager puertorriqueño de llegar a una serie mundial. ¿Qué significa esto para ti? Y 2, si puedes, la actuación de Rafael esta noche.
Sí, Rafael fue tremendo. Rafael, desde que regresó del rehab assignment, ha podido calmar el juego, slow it down. Ha hecho un trabajo increíble, jugó muy buena defensa hoy, los turnos han sido de calidad y estamos sumamente contentos con él. En cuanto a ser puertorriqueño, el primero en llegar a la Serie Mundial, pues orgulloso, ¿sabes? Uno no piensa en eso cuando está en esto hasta que te preguntan, y entonces muchas cosas vienen a la mente, la gente en Puerto Rico, mami, mis hermanas, mi familia, Camila que está en Puerto Rico, que tiene que estar gozando, y de verdad que sumamente orgulloso que vamos a estar en ese escenario y luego que comience.
Alex, no team is perfect, but is this the closest thing to a team without a weakness that you've been a part of?
No, we're not perfect. That's the cool thing about this team. We feel that we can keep improving, and we got 1 more series to go, but we'll keep looking for stuff, just like Craig. We found that out yesterday. We made adjustments, and you saw the at-bats today. They were a lot different. Too bad it took us so long to find it, but we keep searching for stuff for them to be better, and hopefully that's going to help us to win 4 more games.
Mark.
Alex, Evaldi was pitching pretty well. Kimbrel threw 35 pitches last night. Was there any thought of leaving him in there, or was Kimbrel your guy all along?
No, because there was a chance that there was a Game 7, and we have to be prepared for that. We knew that the skinny guy was ready for Game 6, but in case there was a Game 7, it was going to be him, and no way I'm going to push him to lose him and then lose the game, and then that was going to be tough.